Anyone else wish there was a dislike button on Twitter? We have one on YouTube. Oh, no, you do not. Hey, what's poppin', ladies and gents? It's me, Robin. Welcome back to EmKay. Today I've been tasked with taking a look at r/Agedlikemilk. If it's just a bunch of photos of me, I'm gonna get rather upset. Let's get right in there, shall we? It can't happen here. We read books instead of burning them. It's World War II propaganda about how we read books instead of burning them, while in 2021, a school board are openly advocating burning books. We've never once learned from history. I took this photo on January 9th, 2020 in Boston, Massachusetts. 2020 will probably be fine. Yeah, I bet it will. Live a life, not an apology. Ooh, Mr. Cena, yikes. Your Mandarin is quite impressive, but goddamn, dude, is that tweet still up? Was it ever even real? John Cena gave an apology in Mandarin to the Chinese government after implying Taiwan was an independent country. Oh man, what a jerk that John Cena guy is. Is 16 gigabytes of RAM enough for gaming and streaming at the same time? 32 gigabytes may be the future, but we sure as hell aren't there yet. Lord, I hope RAM becomes cheaper by then if 32 gigabyte becomes the standard. Almost always does, barring a disaster that disrupts production. You bastards. You absolute bastards, this is your fault. You did this to all of us. I can't believe this crap. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with 64 gigabytes of RAM and it really wasn't all that expensive. Why do I need that much? Leave me alone. Someone left a comment in 2019 saying that PC RAM should get cheaper in the future, barring a disaster that disrupts production. Since 2020, all kinds of chip shortages have affected RAM prices and mostly increased their cost. Wasn't just RAM though, friend, it was everything. The pyramid guy from the opening credits literally has no significance to the show and never will. He's just a generic image made to look mythological or spooky like most things in the intro. In the rest of Gravity Falls after this was created, Bill Cipher was in it a ton, and thus this Agedlikemilk. You're damn right, but of course he had to say that. He had it all planned out from the beginning. He wasn't just throwing railway tracks down while the train was speeding forward. He knew what was going on, but what was he supposed to say? Oh yeah, he's actually going to be the main antagonist of my entire overarching plot. Thank you guys. The snow scene in The Wizard of Oz used 100% pure asbestos fibers for the snow. Nice. Absolutely fantastic. Any of these people get super cancer? November is going to be a great month to be a gamer. Skyrim 2, I guess. Wow, that hurts. This post was posted last month, and now 2 of the games on the list have 2 of the lowest ratings in game history, making this post pretty cheese in terms of aged milk. Hollywood producer Ryan Kavanaugh praised Harvey Weinstein for being a survivor. With respect, do you consider Harvey and Bob Weinstein films friends of yours? Brilliant creative minds. Never underestimate Harvey. He sure is a survivor. Ooh, baby boy. He's basically like a high school hitter. MLB scouts believe that this baseball player, one whose name I'm not going to butcher, won't be able to hit big league pitching. Alright, he's a once-in-a-generation player, capable of throwing 100 miles per hour and hitting 40-plus homers in a season. He recently won AL MVP unanimously, the first player to do so since Bryce Harper in 2015. Being scouted as a high school hitter is a shockingly incorrect take. By 2005 or so, it will become clear that the internet's impact on the economy has been no greater than the fax machines. Look, just because you win the Nobel Prize doesn't mean that you can predict the future, you know? David Bowie had the internet right, though. Hopefully Kellogg's treats their employees fairly so we can continue to enjoy our favorite breakfast cereals. No more cereal coming soon. You can thank corporate greed. Treat us fair is all we're asking for. Damn straight, give 'em hell. Originally, this person was hopeful that Kellogg's and the union would reach an agreement. However, Kellogg's just fired all workers and are planning to hire completely new ones. This is an outcome few would have expected in labor relations between a union and a company, and probably the most extreme outcome I would have imagined. That's why I really like the Redditors that created scripts to crash Kellogg's hiring website with fake information. Give them hell. The tornado that destroyed Mayfield, Kentucky and killed 100 plus people. grab a six-pack and a lawn chair, there's a tornado coming. Well, there's always one guy that likes to make light of the situation. Skip says LeBron James will never win a ring. LeBron James is an American basketball player. He was dubbed the Chosen One at 16 years of age, and this was when he realized he would make it to the NBA. No player in the history of the NBA has had more pressure coming into the league to succeed than LeBron James. He's had his fair share of doubters and haters, but he rose above all of them and now has 4 rings and 4 Finals MVP. Also, the only player to win Finals MVP with 3 different teams. And then he did Space Jam 2. If you organize an illegal rave, you can be fined up to 10,000 pounds. If you go to an illegal rave, you could also be fined. Okay. Information has been leaked that the government had a secret Christmas party while the whole country was in lockdown, and people were unable to see their loved ones. Rules for thee, not for me. This month, we celebrate the women of Activision, Blizzard, and King Games, who bring our epic entertainment to life. You guys are sick, you know that? Activision Blizzard had been sued by the state of California, alleging that they ignored and even allowed sexual misconduct to go ahead in their offices, with recent info stating that fridges were padlocked due to breast milk being stolen. Oh, and that's just where it starts. Them some nasty motherfuckers. If anyone ever gets around to writing a history of popular music, 1967 will surely be referred to as the year of Engelbert Humperdinck. I do have to say, I need to look that dude up now. 1967 is now recognized as one of the greatest years in music ever, and if any historian mentions Engelbert Humperdinck's name without talking about this year, it's because he was a schmaltzy middle-of-the-road singer who inexplicably managed to compete with the Beatles on the charts, widely acknowledged as an actual artist of the year. Or sorry, the actual artist of the year. I really need to look this weirdo up. Mother Nature versus capitalism. Of System of a Down, great. A socially conscious band announces his new NFTs, something that goes against what his music stands for. But money. Beautifully animated Ratatouille can't pass reviewers' smell test. Okay. With Ratatouille, the filmmakers at Pixar finally fall short of the lofty standard they've set for computer animated movies. The studio's latest efforts offers beautiful and strikingly realistic animation, but the flawed concept should have been scrapped. The film focuses on Remy, voiced by Patton Oswalt, a French rat who wants to be a chef. Imagine realistically animated rodents running rampant in the kitchen of a fine restaurant. The yuck factor of a fur-bearing harbinger of the plague whipping up your entree makes it hard to root for Remy. This film critic believed that Pixar's latest movie, Ratatouille, was a poor release, when it ended up being critically acclaimed instead. He did have a pretty take on why it was bad. I mean, for God's sake. Ooh, what in the world is this? Poland prepared? A British newspaper article that states that Poland is ready to defend itself against Nazi invasion. 2 months later, the country was overrun by invasion from both sides, from Germany and the USSR. Must-see TV Thursday. Will he say it? Ooh. For those who don't know, this man is Michael Richards, the actor who played Cosmo Kramer on Seinfeld. This image aged poorly because in 2006, he forever became known for saying some incredibly racist and violent things to a black audience member in a very bizarre, unhinged tirade. Tirade? Tirade? Video for those who want to see. As of a couple of days ago, this infamous moment turned 15 years old. Yeah, I've seen that. It was up. What you doing here? Identify yourself. Who the hell are you? I would love this man as a security guard at my school. Okay. He got caught in a sting operation. Came to meet up with someone who he thought was a 13-year-old. Ooh, yikes. The year is 2096. Global warming and World War III have thrown the Earth into a nuclear winter. The human race has been extinct, and yet somehow, Supernatural has just been renewed for a 64th season. And I just turned 100 years old. This humorous tweet was made back in 2018 mocking the fact that the TV series Supernatural had been running for over a decade, and at that point had shown no signs of stopping. Supernatural's 15th season was confirmed to be its last, and it aired its finale on November 19th, 2020. This joke would have been better if it was about Grey's Anatomy, since that sucker's still going after like 17, 18 years. Even better, you could do South Park, 25 years, or The Simpsons, what, 32? Come on. Never mind, they banned me for using racial slurs. I haven't watched Vosh in a long time. Seems like he's up to things. The streamer Vosh commented on the ban of the leftist streamer Hassan. Hassan was banned for using the word cracker. Shortly after, Vosh talked in his live stream about the ban and used the word also, but in the context of talking about slurs itself. For this, Vosh was also banned. Sorry about that, Mr. Vaush. America's ugliest Confederate statue isn't coming down anytime soon. A Tennessee town's absurd and tacky monument to the General Nathan Bedford Forrest. Now, look at that face, dude. Just a few hours ago, the statue was taken down. According to a Vice article, it was known for being the ugliest Confederate statue. They'll melt it down and make some use of it. Diet hint. Sugar just might be the willpower you need to curb your appetite. We now understand processed sugars to be detrimental to weight loss and metabolism. It is kind of weird seeing the evolution of us understanding diet and food and all this crap we're putting in our bodies. Yes, it's real, and a youth support. KYS. Right on. Has no one told them yet? This Mother's Day, get back to the job that really matters. Mr. Clean. The context is quite simple. Back in the 90s, I do not know the exact year, the Mr. Clean brand ran this ad. It hasn't aged particularly well. I was shown it today in a marketing class. I hope this qualifies and will pass inspection. And I wish you all a fantastic day or night depending on your respective time zone, of course. Oh, well, thank you. The New York Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children's 2013 Spring Luncheon. In 2013, the New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children made an event in New York. That, I will never read her name, was a guest. She is currently on trial for cruelty against minors. Oh, that's putting it pretty light. Yikes. Cuomo-sexual. What the f? Just over a year ago, many were lusting after now discredited Andrew Cuomo for his handling of COVID and as a potential POTUS candidate. He's now discredited due to the nursing home scandal, unwanted sexual advances, and a brother in the media that coached him while reporting on him. The Cuomo brand has certainly fallen. The shockingly convincing argument that Severus Snape is transgender. Okay. Well, I'm sure most people are aware of J.K. Rowling and the trans community conflict. But for anyone unaware, due to specific comments that people have seen as transphobic, Rowling has become very negatively seen by the trans community. So, this pre-controversy theory that she made a character trans has not aged well. No, it hasn't, because she did something even worse just a couple of days ago. YouTube CEO promising to improve their platform and become more transparent in 2020. She does love to lie. Honestly, there are videos like this that shouldn't have the option to dislike. Oh, Texas winters. You can never predict them. How do you enjoy our Texas winter season? My favorite part of winter is watching it on TV. Oh, did you survive? People who complain that YouTube might remove the dislike feature. Intellectuals who realize that this would permanently lock YouTube Rewind at the most disliked video of all time. Well, on that super fun note, we've come to the end of another video, ladies and gents. Always remember, if you even hey, wait, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Where's the fan art? I keep forgetting it lately. Day 2 of posting this every day until it's in a video. It's the new EmKay logo, but sans. Oh boy, yes, not at all terrifying to me. Always remember, if you even somewhat enjoyed today's video, to consider dropping a like down below, and if you really enjoyed it, well, consider getting yourself subscribed and clicking that bell icon. And if you want to hear or see more of yours truly, you can check out the links in the description below. And until next time, we'll be seeing ya.